What's going on YouTube? It is your boy MrBaboon. I'm back with the reaction video. This time we have shower thoughts that mess with your head. You guys can find the video down below in the description and the channel link down below in the description as well. If you guys want to check it out, you guys can. I don't think I have anything else to really add to that. So, we're going to go ahead and jump right in to the reaction. Let's go ahead and link the channel. I will have that down below. If you guys want to check it out, you guys can.
Losing 2 socks is less frustrating than losing 1 sock. Shower thoughts. You hear people complain about self-checkouts often, but never about self-service gas stations. The more you cut a net, the fewer holes it has. As a kid, you don't realize that you were watching your parents grow as well. You're not afraid to be alone in the dark, you're afraid to not be alone in the dark. You don't actually own the money you make, it's just your turn to use it. Being both a night owl and a morning bird makes you an insomniac. Randomly hearing your favorite song on the radio is more satisfying than playing it directly from your phone. A 4.7-star rating on a product looks much better than a 5-star rating. Moderately attractive people likely get hit on more than extremely attractive people do. Your brain is able to know you forgot something but rarely recalls what it is you actually forgot. Cooking show competitions need a cleaning the dishes round to make them way more realistic. The more you learn about something man-made, the simpler it is. But the more you learn about something that occurs naturally, the more complicated it is. There wouldn't be any billionaires if billionaires behaved like people wanted. You are the only thing stopping yourself from punching the person next to you. The only job where everyone is okay with child labor is being an actor. According to the human brain is the most complex thing known to the human brain. As humans,
This is very complicated already. My brain's already lost trying to comprehend all this stuff.
Suffer as old people because we aren't supposed to be living that long naturally. We're pretty lucky sleep is still free after the amount of monetization in society. Learning a new language opens a new dimension of the internet. You are required to already have clothes if you want to go clothes shopping. Somewhere in your family tree, at least one distant ancestor has murdered somebody. It's a bit weird we symbolize wearing glasses with being smart, when it's really just broadcasting that your body has a defect. You forget about your dreams when you enter reality, but you also forget about reality when you enter your dreams. Surgery replaces an injury that is hard for your body to heal with an injury that is easier for your body to heal. People learn to tie their shoes one way and never change it their whole life. Santa is very judgmental for someone who works 1 day per year. You never see old people laying or sleeping on their stomach for some reason. It's actually weird that humans are the only species that drinks milk from other animals. Showing someone your music collection is a very intimate act. The evolved form of a goth girlfriend is a witch wife. Law enforcement doesn't pull over drunk drivers, they pull over drunk drivers that drive poorly. Your bones are always wet. When you jump, you are technically pushing the earth away. Cats make you into servants, but dogs add you to their pack. How come you never hear about spicy salads? People who brag about being very generous are some of the biggest narcissists. It's surprising how little people care about the insane markup of fountain drinks at stores and restaurants. Every surgery in the Lego world is plastic surgery. I wonder why baby clothes have pockets but babies don't need them. The only way to clean something is to make another thing dirty. January is next week, next month, and next year. Cavemen never had to deal with the recurring nightmare of showing up to high school naked. You can become the first and only person to ever pronounce almost any number into the billions. Grape drinks don't taste like grapes at all. They taste like purple instead. Parenting is a toxic relationship where you try to be loving to a tiny human that screams, bites, and hits you. The sound of yourself breathing is the sound you'll hear the most in your entire life. You can experience what it feels like to read someone's mind by looking at yourself in the mirror. You're officially an adult when it's no longer hard to fall asleep on Christmas Eve. It seemed so cool as a kid that no two snowflakes were identical, but no two chickens are identical either. We're never really taught the law. We are either expected to already know it or just pick it up along the way. We are very fortunate that our children don't cry before they are born. The amount of people older than you will never increase. Every machine becomes a smoke machine if you operate it wrong enough. People born in January typically get the cheapest birthday presents. Water, lemons, and sugar are free at restaurants, but lemonade costs money. There's not many things more satisfying than putting on a fresh sock. Before audio recording, no one knew that they sounded different to other people than to themselves. Sometime in the future, the bodies on Mount Everest might be the most well-preserved sample of modern human beings. Non-critical thinkers can't think about their critical thinking problems. Penguin bums must be really warm to hatch eggs in the Antarctic. You don't have to raise your hand when knocking on the door. Many rocks have never experienced sunlight. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy less stress. There are technically 3 sides to a coin. We just take vacations to microdose on being rich. An empty browser history reveals more than a full one. 8 likes on your Instagram picture sounds awful, but 8 compliments in real life sounds fantastic. Growing up and watching cartoons, being a mayor seemed a lot more important than it actually is. There is no way to prove that everybody other than you is real. The fact that we are still rickrolling people is evidence that we indeed are never gonna give it up. Biting your tongue is a reminder that your body's cruise control has glitches. The fairest machine in the casino is the change machine. A responsible gun owner hopes to never use it, like nukes. All drivers agree that other drivers are terrible. Advertising colorized TVs at first must have been insanely hard. All the Kardashian babies will grow up to look nothing like their moms. In order to experience true happiness, you have to truly experience sadness. Being fit becomes increasingly impressive the older you get. You can knock twice, thrice, 4, and even 5 times, but if you knock exactly once, it's considered weird. Laughing out loud is the most used lie in history. Anytime an allergy is mentioned in a movie, that person usually gets killed or poisoned with it. There's a certain turning point where weighted blankets go from helping with anxiety to giving anxiety. Our finger fitting perfectly in our nostrils must be an evolutionary prank. The world is so bad because adults don't have to take a nap when they act out like toddlers do. Humans are pretty lucky that fire isn't too bright to stare at. Not being yourself is a positive thing if you're normally rude. Most essential.
There's just so much to take in, and it's just like, it's so complicated. And I will say, some of these thoughts I never had when I was showering. It's just like, what? But like, what? My head.
Workers are paid non-essential wages. Cats are living proof that if you are pretty enough, even the world's biggest jerks can be loved by someone. It's kinda gross that we brush our teeth and poo in the same room. After taxes, no one who wants to be a millionaire was actually a millionaire. Most people view the past as real and the future as fantasy. But really, the future is guaranteed guaranteed to be real, and the past is a fantasy we make up with our flawed memories. Beatboxing is one of the few cases of a machine's job being taken by humans. Pirates with eye patches probably sucked at sword fighting. We're all technically dressed like old people from the future. All it takes is one corrupt person to build generational wealth. Both hot and cool can be used to describe something that is appealing. No human has ever touched the moon. Gloves and boots have, but never actual organic matter. Farmers sell food to put food on their table. If you pay well enough, anyone will do anything reasonable. At some point, we all just decided blue jeans match everything. There are lots of drinks with fruits and vegetables, but no meat drinks. Flesh-eating zombies are a great example of equality because they don't discriminate against anyone. Murder is universally despised, and yet assassins are deemed cool. When someone tells you that you made their day, it also makes your day. The real gauge of friendship is how clean your house needs to be before they can come over. The loss of any finger technically also results in the loss of a middle finger as well. We live in a world where most teenagers don't know who the Spice Girls are. Being left undelivered is more sad than being left on red. Teeth are the only problem that if you ignore them, they will go away. Some scams are so good that no one knows that they even got scammed. Birthdays are technically participation trophies for life. Caffeine is a lot better at keeping us awake when we don't want it to. On average, women have more friends than men. Retirement isn't an age, it's a financial status. Adopting a homeless isn't as popular as adopting strays. A lot of problems can be fixed if you have an extra $200. A polka dot shirt is a striped shirt, but instead of running horizontally or vertically, they run in the third dimension. The older you get, the more you realize how much you took going to school for granted. Snoring is basically bragging about being asleep by keeping other people awake. The first humans to discover the ocean must have been incredibly disappointed they couldn't drink it. The first cruise to allow people to bring their dogs will make a boatload of money. Children in 1,000 years will get to see pictures and videos of their ancestors and ascendants. Earth is definitely single, seeing as it has no rings. Every song sounds better when it comes on randomly in the car. Some turtles have lived through more history than any human on Earth. The only challenge left for Mount Everest is seeing if someone can paraglide down from it. If dogs are man's best friend, what is woman's best friend? Those who believe in a flat Earth don't tell us what it looks like on the underside. Every meal a cat eats is breakfast because they sleep so often. The car horn is a good example of how the length of just a single note can convey a large range of emotions. Royalty in democratic countries are nothing more than state-sponsored influencers. It's possible that AI might have already taken control. A billionaire could permanently alter the course of someone's life for the better with nothing more than a signature. Since he only has 4 fingers per hand, Mickey Mouse can't give anyone the middle finger. No matter how often or thoroughly you shower, you'll only ever be able to clean 16% of your body. Generally speaking, when you feel stupid, it's because you just got smarter. Maybe superheroes wear capes to hide the zipper on the back of their onesie. Since whales are milk-producing mammals, you could hypothetically make whale cheese. How come a fat pet is a sign of neglect, but a fat animal in the wild is a sign of success? Earth is technically a wet rock that's been sitting out so long, stuff has started to grow on it. All digital art is pixel art if you zoom in. If you own a nuclear bunker, you'd need to stay within a 10-mile radius at all times for it to be worth it. When you walk into a room, an amount of air equal to the volume of your body moves out of the room. In 1998, we made 2 animated movies about ants and then just decided that was enough. It's concerning that having real ingredients in food products is a marketing and selling selling point. A hangover is your body's way of telling you to go to your room and think about what you did. You're technically only late if you do show up. People who save money are normal. Squirrels that save nuts are normal. People who save squirrels are nuts. How come there's no grape flavored ice cream? At some point in the future, CGI is going to be so good that there will no longer be need for actors. As kids, we wish for fake things to be real, but when we grow up, we wish real things were fake. It's more awkward to speak to someone you barely know than someone you don't know at all. Millions of people are doing the exact same thing as you are every single day. The rich sure seem to get a lot of stuff for free that poor people have to pay for. Arguing with dumb people actually makes you smarter because you have to figure out ways to explain things in a way a dumb person can understand. When we're buying wrapping paper, we're actually buying trash if you think about it. Flashlights on phones are hurting the flashlight industry. The more complex math you learn, the more buttons on the calculator you unlock. The fact that unhealthy food tastes so good is a complete evolutionary flaw. Christmas is kinda weird, like tons of people celebrate the birthday of a dead guy they never knew. Learning to fart quietly is teaching your bum how to whisper. Some of us are actually afraid of being too happy because of the fear that something bad might happen.
Yeah. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Huh. That was definitely intriguing, I would say. Definitely intriguing. Don't exactly know what to think about it. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. My head is just like, what the fuck? And like, it was just like, a lot of those was just going so fast, so I missed so many. But I mean, it was a cool video to, even though, you know what I'm saying. It was a cool video. I enjoyed it. Very confusing on how fast it was going. Did get to hear a lot of it. We heard a lot. Well, I heard a lot, but like there was also a couple of things I missed and everything. But I mean, it was a really good video. I liked it. Make sure you guys do check the description out. I got the video and the channel link down below in the description if you guys want to check it out. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell if you guys did enjoy. You guys don't have to, but if you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys do ring the bell, like, and all that good stuff. I will see you guys in the next one. Positivity is key, motivation is key, happiness is key. I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys stay safe, watch out for each other. I'll see you guys in the next one.